Okay, hi guys, welcome once more to my channel. Super glad you're here. And this video is one of the videos, right, in a series on working with Copilot Studio from Microsoft. And in this series, right, I'm going to walk you through um, agents templates, right, that are available and where to find them, how to use them, and how they look like, right? So that's basically what we'll be doing in this video. So for instance, you you want to create a bot, but you really don't know what you necessarily want to do, right? But there are some templates already that Microsoft has on the Copilot Studio that you could leverage on, right? I know in every sphere, leverage is key, right? Someone could leverage on this, and instead of starting from scratch, it's starting from a very high space, and from there add whatever you want to add, and boom, you go higher. So that's basically what I'm going to walk us through, right? How to leverage on the templates that are available, where are those templates, how do you use them, and all that. So let's get into the system. So for this, right, we're currently on our Copilot Studio. So on the left hand pane menu, right, I'll go click on agents. So when you click on agents, right, if you scroll down just below the manage agents, right, if you scroll down, this is where we have the templates. There are different templates that you have available, and you have the filter to be able to filter by industries, right, or by category. So you could see I have category of templates I could filter from. So you have AI plus machine learning, you have customer service, you have finance, human resource, IT and management tools, you have financial service if you want to categorize it by industries, financial service, government, hospitality, and travel. So let's just look at this. So these are basically the agents. So for example, now this one, which is a website Q&A. So if you want to build a quick website Q&A, this is actually your go-to. Then if you want to build an IVR bot, right, you need to start from the template. The generative chatbot, you could start from the scratch. But for an IVR chatbot, I'll always recommend you start from this voice template because it already has the AI plus machine learnings that have been put in place, right, by Microsoft team to give you the optimal capabilities, right, for voice. So basically, you come here, then you have other ones, finance, IT, FDX, and all that. So I'll just be walking us through one, which is this last one here. It's a quick one. You could just boom, it gets you running without needing to configure some things. For example, now the IT help desk, you need to configure it. You have to have a login with ServiceNow and things like that, right? So I just want to go through one, show you how everything in it looks like, and we're good. So when I click on weather, so it asks me to provide the name. So I'll call it my weather bots, something like that. My weather agents, right? So I think it's a more fancy name to use agents. So I'll call it my weather agents, your go-to assistance for getting weather forecast. I'm fine with the description. You should remain friendly and polite at all times. So this is the instruction now that it's given for the LLM when it's responding, how it should sound, right? The instruction of how we should bring back those information. So polite at all times. Do not answer questions that are not related to weather. So anything that's not related to weather, you are already instructing it not to go with it, right? You could extend yours. Then you can see connect your data. Now it's down to telling us where it's connecting from. You can see that the connection it needs is with a system-based connector, which is the MS Weather. Just click on this, click on edit. Then it's going to help you set up the connection. For this, you don't need maybe any login and all that. It's a default, it's a Microsoft connector. It's readily available, so it's going to check it for you by just bridging the connector. And I click on confirm. And then if you have suggested prompts, you could put. If you have knowledge source you want to also use, you could still put. But for this, basically, there's no need. Then when you're done with all that, you just click on create, and boom, we'll give it some time to set up our bots, and our agent is ready. This is amazing and fast, right? So you can see now, I can now test the agent to see. So let's say it's asking me here, it's giving me some information. It's also now telling me what can I ask, right? I could use this as an option. So as I click on what can I ask, it's now giving me option of what I can ask. So now it's now using a topic fashion. So let's say I click on this. Okay, it's still trying to set up. So let's give it some time to set up. But while that is going on, right? So you could see that it's giving me options of things I could do. It's saying what is the forecast for tomorrow, what is the current weather, what is the forecast for today. So from any of these I could click and use this as my prompt. So let's say I say what's the current weather, right? So it's now asking me which city do you wish to get current weather from. And you can see also here it's now going to the topics that's actually triggered based on what I selected. So I could just say Abuja, right, Nigeria, something like this, and I click on OK. So with this now, it's now going to go through this tool. So that's one of the things I will want to bring to our notice. So this is now a tool where it's pointing to a weather forecast, right, to be able to pass in the information you passed in here, right, give it to that weather forecast, and the responses are what is now returned here, right, based on the instruction pattern you have. So there are various tools you could add, right, not basically from the tool sets here, but basically where you are creating your topics. So let's say for instance now I click on this and I go down to the add a tool here. If you click on this add a tool, you have your basic tools, right? Your basic tools are available on the system. You have connectors, right? Connectors that are available. Then you now have tool itself. So this tool is what connects to the that you could use to bring in Microsoft connectors that are actually available. So they are not, when you go to tools, like I explained in the first ever video of this series, when you go to tools gives you connections to external connectors, right? Other connectors that you have that Microsoft doesn't have, like a purview over. But for the ones that are actually already the standard connectors with Microsoft, to access them, you need to come to this tool here. And if you click on add to, that's when it's now going to open all those connectors for you. And if you go down, you can now see all the connectors are available. You could do things with Office. So let's say your Outlook email, you want to be able to pick some things from there to use them, as the case may be. I don't really know, but you could do that, pick an information, it passes it through, then it gives an output. So for every of the connector you're going to pick, the connector is going to tell you what it's expecting as input and what it will be giving as output, right? Just as I said, they are all models running based on what is fed in and what it should be giving out. Then we have connector to Microsoft Teams. So basically, there's some things you want to do with Teams. We have Excel Online. We have SharePoint. We have Dataverse. So for instance, let's say you want to create a record. You want to add a new record. So let's use Dataverse for instance now. So let's say I click on Dataverse for instance. Then it's now going to walk me through the various things I can do with Dataverse. You see things like add a new row, right? You could see a lot of things, right? I could see here. So let's say I say I want to add a row, right? Add a row to it, and it shows me the account is using to make the connection, and I can say add and configure. So at the point of configuring is where I will specify maybe some dynamic variables that I want to pass in and things like that. So with that now, you will now be able to, so now it's walking me through setting up the tool that I'm trying to create. So it's showing me that I'm connecting to Microsoft Dataverse, and this is the connection I'm using. Now it's now declaring what the input will be like. So first of all, I need to declare the environment, right? I can say if this is dynamic or manual. If I say it's manual, which is the custom value, I then need to pass it in here, right? But if you say it's dynamic with AI, at the point where you are using it in your topics, right, you then need to now, maybe you could specify that you want to provide it, something like that, right? So let's say I set this as custom, and I'll just click on this to list out. It will list out all my environments available. So let's say I click on sales trial, or let me use this. So you can also now click on this, say custom for the table. So now to the specific table I want to create a new record on. So let's say the table wants to create a new record on is the lead table, something like that. So when you tap on lead, is now you can now click on this, right? And it's going to stop you there. Then the down is now the completion. So it's asking you what will it be doing when it's done with passing in your information through the model, right? So for instance, now if you don't want it to respond to do anything, that's fine. You just keep it there. Then you give maybe an output message to the customer or something. Then we also have the one where you could write a response with generative AI, right? You could use that to write a response with it. But basically, this is how you create those tools, like the one that was used for this weather, right? This is basically how that tool is being created, and you could extend it, right? Use it in different bots as the case may be to be able to work on. So that's basically the run through of the working with templates, right? There are various other templates you could still use, and how those tools are sitting in those templates, how they actually configured. So when you select those templates, by default, the tool will actually be configured for you directly. But you can also still edit those tools. So for instance, now, if I go back to this one, if I say leave, if I click on this one where it was asking me for which city, and I go down to the tool, you can see this tool, right? I can click on view tool. If I click on view tool, it brings me to the same interface we just saw now, right? And the information is taken as input, right? Things taken as input, and how it's now giving the answer. So you can see the answer, it says write the response with generative AI, and basically that's what it did here. So that's basically a run through on how you could use templates, and also the tools that are embedded in those templates to make life easier, right? Even as you do your operations and create things on the system. So thank you very much, and see you in our next video on working with Copilot from Microsoft Dynamics. Thank you.